Welcome back to Create Astral. Last episode, we made it all the way to the moon. And on the moon, we had to find this. This is a pipeline connected to a nuclear power plant. But we're not going to go to the power plant just yet. We need to go inside this pipeline here. I already have it set up so we can kind of get in and get out quickly. With my fire-resistant potion and my ladders that I can't climb down, we can access this guy right here. And we need blaze burners. We don't want to put that one there, because that's not going to do anything for us. We're going to take that with us. And we're out. Back to Earth where we can breathe. The goal of today's episode is we're going to create a better power source for Create. Specifically, we're going to make a steam boiler. Start off with 1. I have room for 3. But we needed the blaze burners in order to make brass. We're going to pop copper in here, zinc in here, and we're going to feed this blaze burner some coal so he heats up. And we'll be making brass ingots, pouring them right out this spout. Now you could just dump your copper and zinc ingots directly into this basin and heat that, and it'll mix and create the brass. But I had this set up already for rose gold, so we're just going to continue to using it, and we're going to get brass ingots. Another component that we need is precision mechanisms in order to keep moving forward in this steam boiler making process. So I already have an automation set up. Take these gold sheets, bring them right around back here. We're going to pop them right in here. That's feeding a little cog, a big cog, and dash nuggets, which you get the dash from the moon. And then this is just looping around, pulls it through, feeds it back through until it's done its process, and then they'll end up right here as precision mechanisms. Maybe they won't. Only time will tell. That was a big fail. There we go. Now we're doing it. And they end up right here as precision mechanisms. And then with this, you also get, sometimes you get junk where it doesn't turn it into a precision mechanism. So I just have it feeding this depot. So if I get junk, I can pull it off the depot. If I get the precision mechanism, this box is set up to pull right off of the depot. So the precision mechanisms will go right in here. And on this funnel right here that's pulling back out onto the belt, I have a filter. And in this filter, I have the 5 different stages of incomplete precision mechanisms set in there to ignore data, allow list. Boom, pop that in there. So this is pulling them in to that little network, which I have a drawer here that feeds this item vault, loops it back around so it'll constantly run. And we need these precision mechanisms not only for the quest, but also to create these 2 things: rotational speed controller and a mechanical arm. And if we look at the recipe for both of them, they both require brass casings. So how do you make a brass casing? Start out with an andesite casing. I'm putting logs directly into here. They go over this circular saw, strips them into strip logs, and then andesite alloy is pressed directly onto them very slowly, and it turns it into an andesite casing. Cool. So we need that to make copper casing. And over here, here's where things get a little goofy. You got to have rubber and copper plates, and then you take your andesite casing, which I'm going to grab 3 of these because I want to show you guys something. Maybe somebody out there knows the answer to this problem that I'm having. If I put 1 of them on here, boom, boom, and it keeps looping around, it has to do it 3 times, and then it turns it into a copper casing. And this box is pulling them out. Perfect. I have the same setup pretty much as the way I did it for the mechanical, what is this thing called? Precision mechanism. So it loops through that little network there. Boom, keeps rotating until... But if I put 2 of these on here, watch what happens. It just doesn't work. So I set this up so I could just fully automate copper casings. Pop your andesite casing in here and then have it constantly run. When it turns it into a copper casing, it gets pulled off the belt. But if I take one of these off, it works fine. If I add the last one in there, it gets goofy. So you can't fully automate this. And I don't know if it's something to do with fabric or what it is, but I've never had this issue with Create before. So if anybody knows a solution to this problem, please let me know in the comments. And in order to make a brass casing, let's grab 2 of these copper casings. We're going to go in here. We're going to pull out 4 brass ingots, which I'm doing this kind of backwards, but we're going to smelt these in this seared melter. And we're going to take copper casings and we're going to feed it into a casting basin right here. And we're going to pour liquid brass on top of there. 2 ingots on 1 copper casing give you a brass casing. So now we got that. We make up some brass sheets. We can make, let's make 3 speed controllers. And a couple of mechanical arms. Now, let's take you over to the tree farm area where I started making charcoal. I've had this tree farm going for a while. I just have a windmill bearing. This is cutting down trees. And that's planting trees. And they get dropped off right over here into this chest. Now, I'm taking saplings. I'm feeding them down below. Into a composter. That's turning them into bone meal. And then I have these crude storage units feeding all the way up to the top. And I got my bone meal up here. Taking sticks. They're dropping into a pool of lava down there. And we're getting rid of the sticks. We're taking the wood. The logs are coming out this side. And it's being controlled by a redstone link here that tells this not to pull out anymore when this is filled up with charcoal. Smelting the logs. Got fans behind this lava. You can walk on here. You don't get killed because I lost a couple villagers already due to accidents. But we're controlling all this with the stockpile switch. Now the problem that I ran into with the stockpile switches and these crude storage units is they don't read properly what's contained in these storage units. So I'm feeding it into this drawer and then it shoots it up into here, and then I'm getting my redstone signal red from the stockpile switch off of this chest. Now I'm pulling out charcoal from this side. It runs along these belts. We got some brass tunnels here and we're splitting it 3 different ways. So these boxes are now filled up with charcoal. And this is the area for what we're about to get into. Steam boilers. But first, a quick commercial break. There's guns in this pack. You make a rifle and you shoot copper bullets. Cool. But what nobody did tell you is these are the best weapon in the game. Produced by these guys right here. Listen to this. Machine Gun Kelly. And I don't think he saw my machine gun because this is my bed. Thank you very much. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. We need to make steam engines. We need to make 9 of these for the quest book. We're going to use 8 on the steam boiler that we're going to make. Here's the parts that we need for the steam boiler. A stack of fluid tanks plus 8, whatever that maths to. And we're going to build the rest. So you're going to see everything that we need. Let's make up these steam engines. Like I said, we need 9 for the quest book. Boom, quest complete. We're going to leave 1 here. Let's go build this boiler. It's now time to build the boiler, and we're going to do it live, which is always a horrible idea. It's like doing redstone on camera. I want my boiler output to line up with the water wheels for this specific one, because I'm going to use the boiler power to repower everything that I built for Create. So we're going to put down speed controller right there, and we're going to come on both sides of this. I'm going to put down vertical gearboxes, and in the speed controller you need to put a large cog wheel. We're going to do just that, and we're going to crank this baby all the way to 256, and we're going to come out the back here. It's going swimmingly. Like I said, always a horrible idea to do it live on camera. 2 shafts, 1, 2, and then a vertical gearbox coming off the shaft right here, like so. Then we're going to take little cog wheels. We're going to put a little cog right here. Boom, boom, boom. Not like that. Like a that. Like a that. Perfect. Now we need to take blaze burners, and we're going to put blaze burners right on top of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. Just like that. Now we're going to take our fluid tanks, and we're going to go 3x3 on top of this guy. We're going to go 8 layers tall with these. Just like that. Don't die. That's our boiler. Now, we got to take fluid pipes because we need to feed this water. So we're going to come out of here, out of here, out of here, and out of... just like that. Out of here. We're going to go up with these guys. We're going to eliminate the ones that are buried in the water because they won't pull anything out of them if we have them buried. Boom. Boom. And we're going to go up with these guys. And it's getting dark and I'm scared. And then right here where these cogwheels are, we're going to put mechanical pumps at this height. We're going to add another cogwheel right here that's going to spin both of these, and we want them to output up to the boiler. We need more pipes. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Other side. Can't get over there. Pipe, pipe. Pump, pump. Cog. And pipe, 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 pipe. Time for sleep. Can I do it anywhere? I can. So now we have our basic structure for the boiler, right? But what we need to do is we need to feed the boiler coal, and for that we're going to use the mechanical arm. We're going to wrap around over here. We're going to tell it you're picking up from the depot. It's grabbing charcoal, and it's going to feed each one of these burners charcoal. I need to get on the other side here. Make sure that you're feeding all 9 of them. Just like so. And then we're going to place this against the gear. Right there, just like that. Perfect. Now that's going to grab charcoal from here, feed the burners. And we have one last thing we need to do before we can fire this guy up. And it's add steam engines. We're going to put one, just like that. And then we take shafts, click them on there. If we go like so on the way down, and connect these shafts directly to the mechanical gearboxes that I put, or the vertical gearboxes rather, that I put right there. And now we need to build up a little bit. So let's go like this. And we need more steam engines. Then if we just come up with these shafts from this guy, I can reach it. There we go. Perfect. There's our steam engine. Now, let's get back down here and we can jumpstart this thing. We can get back up here. Alright, we need to grab some charcoal. Let's grab a little bit more out of this box. Feed some of these guys some charcoal, get them nice and hot. Perfect. And now we need to build up quickly. We're going to go to the very top of this boiler. We're going to put an item drain down right here. We're going to take one of these guys, seared faucet. We're going to put that on there. We're going to dump bucket of water in here. And we're going to click on this. That's going to fill that up. Hopefully. Rocking and rolling. And it worked first try. Can you believe this, folks? It's a YouTube miracle. And I think that is a good place to end this episode. We have steam boiler power. You don't want to watch me reconnect all this. So thanks for watching. Have fun. And peace! What do you guys think of that? Is that too loud for you? Sorry about the gun thing earlier. I thought it was funny. Perfect! Couple discrepancies though. This is pumping down. We need that to pump up. And we need that to pump up. And now we should be golden, girls. We're making 147,000 stress units. Peace.